Hey guys, this one's going to be a little interesting because I forgot to write a script. So I just wanted to give you guys a couple quick updates. One, thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe on YouTube. I'm really hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers here soon. Two, um, I uploaded a new document to the membership portal on the MSP Webinars website. This is a document that was provided by Dominic Kirby. He owns a company out in Colorado. It's called Curbside Consulting. Sorry, and this document is. I called it Stellar Support because I really don't know what to call it because because I didn't know what to call it. But basically, it's a training document to train your end users, and the goal is to help them figure out how to better open a ticket. Um, it teaches them a good title, a good description versus not so good. It also suggests not opening tickets for other people in the company to speed up the support process, that type of stuff. It also says make sure you email this email address to create your ticket so that way we can provide you stellar support. So go check that document out. It is in the membership portal. Thank you, members. Two, the deal that we have with Cloudberry Lab. So if you recall, we had $500 in credit, huge, right? Free branding and monthly payment option. So that was done on Friday, which I did warn you guys a few times. Hopefully, you're able to take action so that way you could get all of those awesome benefits. However, if you did not, there, excuse me, there is still an option to get a membership benefit through Cloudberry. It's not as exciting because there's not $500 in free credit. And I mean, let's be honest, that's the most exciting part, but it still does have the free branding and they still are willing to do monthly payments. That has to be requested and approved. I don't know if there's any reason that they would deny that. I just don't know. But I will say that the that's better. I will say that the monthly payment option, it's not yearly divided by 12, it's yearly divided by 10. So if it's a license that's $50 a year, it's going to be $5 a month. So I just want to make sure you guys are clear on that. I think that's okay because you're not locked in at that point. It is a month to month thing. If you've got a client that leaves you, you can reduce the thank you, Gorship. If you got a client that leaves you, you can reduce the number of licenses and start paying less. And since you said nice mic setup, I'm curious, how does this sound? Um, I know that before it seemed kind of echoey, and you could tell I had a good mic, but it wasn't placed well. Um, I've made some changes around my office here. I'm no longer in front of the giant window. Um, like a dream from the genie in Aladdin. That is wonderful. I feel like I should have Robin Williams jokes right now, but I just don't. So I am glad that it does sound good though. That definitely makes me feel good. Um, so I think that's everything I wanted to go over for member stuff. Now, in regard to upcoming webinars, I do want to just kind of fill you guys in on those because these are also exciting. It's another little bit of meat and potatoes, right? So this week have Bitdefender coming on. They're going to show us. They're going to show us all around their Gravity Zone product. So for those of you that are working with my buddy that does the Kaseya over at MyRMM, you'll also know that you have a Bitdefender through there, and it's through the Gravity Zone product. So this will be a nice little refresher for those of you, or if you are not on the Kaseya platform through MyRMM and you're getting Bitdefender directly, or if you're considering it. So this will be great for any of you. So they're going to show off the platform. They're going to They're also going to show us at my request kind of like a best practice uh, policy. So, um, hey guys, here's how you set up kind of a nice base policy for your Bitdefender. So that way you can deploy this out to desktops, or maybe here's one for servers, that type of thing. I know a lot of times in the past, anyway, I've gotten complaints from customers, not on Bitdefender. I just, throwing that out there. It's not Bitdefender's fault. But on other AV platforms, I've had customers say, you installed that new AV and now my computer's so slow and it's awful and I hate it. And can we just go back to the old stuff? So my goal with the best practice policy is for us to kind of get this is going to give them the best protection while making sure that their computer performance doesn't just go straight to crap, right? So that's my goal with that. But I know that Bitdefender Gravity Zone also offers other things. So they'll also do um, website content filtering. So you can say similar to like OpenDNS, but let's be honest, it's not the same, right? So the Bitdefender one is a good alternative if you're trying to have a more cost-effective stack. But if you want a good solid security stack, what they always say, security is like onions, multiple layers. You should have the Bitdefender even with their content filtering and still use the umbrella product, whoever you want to say it's by. But theirs is so you can block by domain or by category. They also have a other feature they have, and they've got some more things too that I think you'll find interesting. We'll see. But next week on the 26th, we have Carver. Now, if you're not familiar with Carver, they are another security platform, and gosh, I feel dumb. Like it's been a while since I've looked at Carver, but my understanding is that they also have some type of like a SOC, a security operations center. And if I'm thinking of the right product, their tool will basically see that a threat has come into the computer, and it's like keeping track of every little change. So if that threat makes a change to the hosts file and this DLL file and that driver file, and the list goes on, it's tracking all of those changes. So if it says, hey, you know what, this is actually a security threat, it locks it down, it gets rid of the threat, and then it backs up all those changes. It takes it back to before anything went wrong. Um, so it has the team that kind of monitors everything, and then the software itself, I believe, does a lot of automated remediation as well. So that one looks pretty cool. It's, let's be honest, it's more expensive than Bitdefender, but when you think about the fact that you're literally getting a North American based SOC around the clock that's going to take 50 to 60% of the virus related tickets off of your plate, um, yeah, that'll work. Um, Operavi is coming up on May 3rd. That one is ooh, one second. Operavi. Oh, here's a good question. Ellis, what's the difference between signing up for MSP webinars versus the Diamond deal on Patreon? So, if you're already a Diamond member on Patreon, the big thing is I'm not really posting the stuff to Patreon anymore. I'm migrating everyone to the website. But I'm not telling you have to stop payment on Patreon and go sign up and all that. I will give you a link. You can sign up and create your account, and I'll just confirm that you're easy for people, but I do recommend at least getting access to the membership portal. It just looks nicer than the Patreon system, let's be honest. But the Patreon system is a lot easier for people to manage their payment information and that type of stuff. Um, I'm still figuring out how to get people the ability to manage their payment information. This is a learning thing for me. Um, and thanks, man. I really do appreciate that. So Aparavi, that's where I was going next. That's May 3rd, and I hope I'm saying that right. It's APARAVI, and that is, I'm not going to call it a backup tool because it's really not a backup tool. It is archiving. Okay, that's what Aparavi is. So Aparavi will basically give you the ability to archive your stuff for retention. And you can also use like a hybrid multi-cloud infrastructure for storage independence. So come check that one out. They'll give us a demo, they'll give us pricing info. I'll twist their arm and make them give us a deal. Don't you guys worry about that. I'm telling vendors, uh, other companies charge these vendors like thousands of dollars to come on and have the opportunity to give the presentation and the spiel and all the emails that you get after all that and everything else. I'm not charging vendors. I'm just telling them they need to give me a deal. I think that's very fair because now I'm basically making it for the vendors. They only are paying if someone signs up because that they're just giving someone a discount, and it's helping you because you're getting a deal. I don't need their money. I need you guys to be happy. All right. That's why I'm doing it this way. So that's the next few things we've got coming up. I do have one for SlingerBot. It is an auto task type of integration. And let me look that one up real quick because I don't remember what it does. Yes. Ultimate bot for MSPs and VARs that live in Slack and rely on Autotask. So it'll basically integrate your Autotask in Slack. And I know that's something that um, actually Dominic Kirby, the gentleman that also gave us the that wonderful document I mentioned earlier, he started making a Slack integration for Autotask, but then he went to the dark side. And I mean, ConnectWise, uh, and ConnectWise is great, guys. I just like to tease other people because there's the running, ConnectWise and Autotask feud for whatever reason. So yeah, he started a Slack integration and stopped because he just felt like the API wasn't there. But it seems like Aparavi has really, they've put a lot of time into this. But yeah, they've got SlingerBot for Slack, um, but they also have the ability to integrate Autotask with other things. It looks like IBM Watson and WordPress and QuickBooks, HubSpot, Jira. So Jira is the what is Jira? Oh, that's the track and release software one. It's one of those Atlassian softwares. I get all of them mixed up. I keep thinking of the I think they make Confluence, the documentation one. So I always see Jira and get excited thinking it's documentation. But yeah, it looks like Slinger does a ton of different and if they're able to integrate Autotask with other things and not just Slack. So interesting to check out. Um, MSP CFO is going to come on and talk to us about their product. And then I've got SolarWinds. I've actually got a SolarWinds like once a month for 5 months. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. They wanted to be like, 5 weeks in a row. And I told them absolutely not. Um, so starting in June, we are going to have a different person. July will be MSP RMM. August will be N Central. September will be backup. and October will be MSP Mail Assure. So if you're looking to chat with them, ask questions, whatever you want, now's the time. Because remember, guys, you ask the tough questions, the kinds of questions that you would want to ask a sales guy before you even think about committing to their product. I will ask those to the guy for you. We will get those things answered. Just don't ask stupid questions or what other people say. There's such things as stupid questions, okay? Um, so so I will help you guys keep it 100 with SolarWinds, because that's why I do what I do. This is fun for me. Holy cow, 16 minutes. I'm going to end it here. If you're not a member, go to mspwebinars.com, sign up to be a member. It's only $20 a month or $197 a year. If you are a member, thank you so much, whether you're on Patreon or the MSP Webinars website. It is, I think it's got tons of value. Okay. And that's coming from the guy that runs it, obviously, but um, if you're going to use a deal or two, it can pay for itself, right? IT Boost, I had them extended out to June, end of June. So you can still get IT Boost, which the pro version of IT Boost, $50 a user, minimum 5 users. I got them to get rid of the minimum. So you can sign up for $50, one user. And now you've got documentation, customer satisfaction, uh, dashboards, charting, all that type of stuff. I mean, it's a stacked piece of software. So go check that out. They are announcing their Autotask integration at the DattoCon this year in June, and then they're going to be showing that integration off in the webinar June 28th. Did I get that right? Yes, June 28th. So yeah, come check out a webinar. Webinars are always going to be free for you guys. Okay, don't you ever worry about that. But when you become a member, that's when you start to get the real value. Okay. Have an awesome day. Have an awesome week. It is Sunday, April 5th, just in case you're wondering when this got recorded. And I'm going to go make sure my kids are actually going to bed like they're supposed to be. Have yourselves a good night. Take care.